Experiences. Mistakes, don't call them mistakes, call them learning experiences. Of course, you're going to call them mistakes, but I'd really like you to try and think about them as learning experiences. When you draw around a face and that jaw gets too wide, just leave that line. That line could be covered up with a value. And then when you go back and draw the next line next to it, you keep that line and the value goes over the line that you didn't want to use. And if you started your face or your jawline with a light value, then you're not going to have to worry about erasing it. Try to keep a consistent value of number 3 value all the way across that. You know, and just try to do at least 10 of each value. Here I think I've done more like 15 of that same value. And if you want to do 20, it's the more the better. The better you get at them, the straighter you get. I'm already getting better since the first one I've done. Alright. Now I'm going to move to a number 5 value in here. And move down on the page. Make sure that they're as long as an unsharpened pencil, but don't come right under there. Give yourself some space. See how long it should be by a few little marks, but not drawing this line all the way across the page. Drop them down. Well, I think I ended up using a 3, so the next one I'm going to make it to a 5. All right, there we go. Number 5 value. Let's switch pencils. Need a sharper pencil, so I got another one going here. Trying to drop them down as straight as possible. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. It should be quiet. You have to concentrate. That's another thing. Don't play music in your ears while you're doing any of your drawing. You really want to concentrate. If you got 2 or 3 things going on at the same time, there's no focus. Okay, am I keeping the same value? Wow, that was good. That was good. Okay. Everyone should get better. All right. Now I'm going to move to number 7. Somewhere in here. Okay. Change pencils to a sharper pencil. When you do these dark ones, the lead comes off quick. Well, not the lead, but the material. There's a lot to think about. So you're juggling, trying to keep a line straight. You're juggling, trying to keep these consistent, one line across. And you're juggling, well, did I already say that? Trying to keep the same value, the straightness, and starting and stopping. That's 4 things you got to control. And that keeping your arms moving from your joint in the shoulder as you're going down. Yeah, it's all about consistent line. Your 4-year-olds draw better than your 14-year-olds due to the fact that they're not worried about what they're drawing. What they just go from point A to point B. What we're trying to get you to do is revert back to your 4-year-old age. But with practice and more consistency, because a 4-year-old, yeah, they can't really draw what they see, but they draw what they think they know. But at least the best thing about what they draw is when they draw, they go from point A to point B without any hesitation. When you're 14, you start drawing, you know, with this prescribed line that you're trying to search things out, and it's really not a very good line when you draw like that. It's all like this, right? But if you draw with precision and determination, like here's A and here's B, and I'm just going to go right down through there, that's what you want to have, nice lines. And always knowing exactly how much pressure to use when you do those lines. I expect you to do 100 of these a day, if not 200 to 300, if you really want to get good. People who play the piano, learning how to play the piano, play scales over and over again, so they learn where the keys are. And this is the same thing. We're learning where the values are, where you can put your line in. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, remember to use 2 pieces of paper when you do this. And you can use front and back. Notice I did some other drawings. Front and back, front and back. The reason why we use 2 pieces of paper is so you don't pick up anything, like see this tape on this? You may pick up those when you're drawing. But if you use 2, this absorbs any bumps or anything that's on the back side. And don't use more than 2 because you're going to get, it's going to be too soft and it's not going to work as well. It's better to have a rigid back. So always use 2 pieces of newsprint, and remember to start with a scale, and you could do 2 or 3 scales if you want, just to practice getting a value down really nicely without any edges on it. And then do the light ones first and do a bunch of light ones, and then move to 3s and then 5s and 7s. You can even do 10s if you want, but 10s really eat up the number 10 value here really eats up your material, and you may not want to use, if you just go to 7, that's probably good enough. But just remember, you can go to 10 when you do need a darker value. You just press harder, like an elephant or a great blue whale.